can't believe I've actually done it. I've paid for them twice. Well, that was a mistake. I look at them with my eyes. I am chaotic. It's like I can't help it. Hold please. I am gutted. Shock horror, I am not going to Aldi. Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new vlog. It's everyone's favourite. We're doing a food shopping vlog, but I'm not going to Aldi. Shock horror, I am not going to Aldi. And it's not entirely out of choice. It's out of necessity because I have a bajillion and one things to do every single day that I'm not at my normal job and my kids are not here. So I've been super busy all morning working on like content creation, which is my self-employed business. And now I need to get the weekly food shop. But I also need to collect a prescription, collect a clothing order, and film a video at the same time. And I have realised that all but one of those things can be done in one shop, which is Asda. So I'm going to try and be sensible. I will admit I don't like change, which is why I'm such a stickler for shopping at Aldi. I don't like change. The whole fact that we're going to a different shop is making me very uncomfortable. But I need to be sensible, put my big girl pants on and get this done. And as you know, I'm always trying to sort of cut the cost of our shopping. The last food shop that we did at Aldi was not too bad. I think we were around the sort of £140 mark for the week. Now that was 2 weeks ago. We haven't done a big shop since, which is always a bad idea because every time we set foot in Tesco, it costs us 50 quid. If we went in for one thing, it cost 50 quid. So I definitely don't want to do that this week. So I'm making the effort to go and get the weekly shop. And the good news is we don't actually need a lot. I'm really sorry if you can hear my dishwasher, by the way, because like I've said, I've got a billion and one things to do. The dishwasher's got to be running while we're talking. Just realistic mum life over here. Apparently my shopping list only has 30 items on it, which is practically unheard of. So just to explain what we are shopping for this week, we have a Gusto box coming this week. We didn't have one last week, we're not having one the week after, but we've got one coming this week. So that cost about £35, but I haven't had to pay for that because I do have some Gusto credit. So that is 3 dinners for the 2 adults sorted. My kids do eat some of their meals at like school and childcare, so we don't always eat with the kids, which is something we're trying to work on when we can. So then of the 4 remaining meals, on Saturday we're actually going out with friends, which is separately budgeted for. So if anybody watches my budget with me videos, I put £150 aside for that night out with our friends, so that is dinner taken care of on that night. So I basically only need to buy stuff for 3 dinners, then like lunches and breakfast bits, but we have quite a lot of stuff in and I really want to use what we've got in. So this is the meal plan for the next 7 days. One night we're going to have like kebabs. How do you say it? Is it gyros? Gyros? Gyros. I want to say it's gyros. We're going to have that basically. We're going to have burgers one night because I have a burger in and we already have the burger buns. We're going to have pasta one night because we have leftover double cream from having pasta last week. So we're going to use that up. We've obviously got the pizza night and then we've got 3 Gusto meals coming. So I'm only buying ingredients for 3 main meals. And for the gyros, I actually decided to have that because I was looking for something that didn't have fish in, because as you know, I'm pescatarian, so I don't eat meat. And all of our Gusto meals that are coming are fish related. So I kind of wanted to have a bit of a break from all the fish. And I found this in the freezer, so we're using this. It's this Vivera like veggie meat replacement kebabby stuff. We've had it before, it's really, really nice. I got it on yellow sticker, clearly. It was £1.12p. Chucked it in the freezer because you can do that. And we're gonna have that. I wanna possibly have this one tomorrow. I'm not sure, it depends on how hungry I am later because burgers are a bit of a hefty meal. We might actually have this tonight now I'm thinking about it. So that's like the evening meal plan and I really don't need to buy a lot because I've already got quite a bit of the stuff in or we're getting it delivered with Gusto. And then same thing for like lunches, I really just don't need much because I got jacket potatoes last week that we didn't eat, so we still have those. I do need some cooked salmon. And we just have quite a lot of the stuff in, so I'm trying to use what we've got in instead of just buying things we don't need. Allegedly, I only need 30 items. I'm sure I will find some other things to buy. And the benefit of me doing the shop at Asda is I don't have to go somewhere else. As you see, every time, when I go to Aldi, I have to go somewhere else after because I can't get certain branded things at Aldi. And both me and the kids have got favourite things that we like branded. There is not much that we are sticklers about having branded, but hula hoops are one of them, as you know. I like the sort of flavoured natural waters, they don't have those. So potentially this could be the easiest weekly shop and one of the cheapest weekly shops I've done for a while. The only thing is I am going to get a bottle of Prosecco because I'm not sure if I want to have a drink this weekend or not. Because we're going out on Saturday, so I'll be having a drink then. I'm really not sure, but I just figure if I don't get one in, I just don't want to have to go back to a shop. So I'm going to get one and then I definitely won't have to go back to a shop. I will be buying myself a gift card to get some of my spend back. I'm going to wait till I get to Asda though and see if they have the self-scan machines. Because if they have the self-scan machines, I can do it to like exactly how much I need. But I'm not sure if they do or don't at this Asda. I want to say that they don't have them at this Asda. But I have to go to this specific one because that's where my order is. I don't think I have a trolley coin. I don't know where my bags are. The car's probably full of crap. So welcome to another chaotic weekly shop where I attempt to shop on a budget with Leanne. I'm not going to take you to Asda with me because I need to film something else while I'm at Asda. So the next time you'll see me will either be when something ridiculous happens and I need to tell you about it, or when we get back from Asda with all the food, at which point I will show you absolutely everything I bought, tell you how much it cost, because that's what we do. I am back. There are a lot of highs and lows going on right now. I really don't know how to feel. Number one, I did it. I have spent £100, under £100 in fact, for our weekly shop, including what it would have cost me if I was paying for Gusto. Because I always feel like I'm cheating if I don't include that. But I have paid for something twice, and when you see what it is, you are going to see why I'm so upset about it. Basically, the story to this is, I used a scan and shop. Well, that was a mistake. I used a scan and shop. The scanner I had, I don't know if they were all like this, but the scanner I had like a security tag around it, presumably so you don't steal it. Why I would want an Asda scan and shop scanner at home, I don't know. And it was like really delayed. When I was scanning things, it wasn't necessarily picking them up. So like there was this massive delay on the scanner. And at one point I had to stop and count all the things in my trolley because I was worried that like it hadn't scanned everything. And I scanned something twice and I am gutted because it's a fiver I didn't need to spend. A fiver. When you see what it is, oh, I'm gutted. And I know that in theory I could go back to Asda and be like, Asda, I have accidentally scanned something twice, can I have a refund? But how are they going to verify that? Like, they'd have to go through like the security footage of me doing my whole entire shop to prove that I didn't actually just get something twice. Like, I didn't just get two things, I'm not just trying it on. Like, I just feel like the effort wouldn't be worth it. But I'm gutted. Why does this always happen to me? If you've watched these vlogs before, I have been double charged for things in Aldi. This is far worse. I mean, it's entirely my fault, sort of, in the sense that I should have checked, but kind of like technology's fault at the same time. So I'm elated and devastated at the same time. Let me show you what I got, see if I can make myself feel any better about it. This is what I got, that is it. I think the moral of the story here is I just didn't need that much stuff. And I really didn't buy things that I didn't need this week for the things that I've planned. I just didn't buy extra things. And that's why I think I've been successful. So I got in the fruit and veg section a cucumber, some red onions, some bananas, a lettuce, some asparagus. I got some strawberries. And I got some raspberries, right? I very much have a love-hate relationship with berries in the summer. I also think these might have stained the clothing that I got because there is a hole in the bottom of them and the juice is like coming out. I have a love-hate relationship with berries in the summer. I love berries in the summer. However, I feel like you just come to a point where you just can't tell if they're going to be good berries or bad berries. I try, I look at them with my eyes, and somehow, like, these ones are all like juicy and runny, and like, you know, there's a few dodgy ones in there that now I'm going to have to dig out to try and save the rest of the berries. I might end up freezing these, or freezing some of them, which is fine because I like them in a glass of Prosecco, a frozen raspberry in a glass of Prosecco. But it's just frustrating, especially because I think I've actually stained the clothing that I bought with them. I'm actually starting to feel worse about this shop as we go on, when it should have been a celebration. Anyway, let's continue. So I literally got three things. I got these tandoori hot smoked salmon fillets. These are like the ones that I like to take to work because I only have access to a microwave. They were over £5. These are getting so expensive now. This is the offending item. Aberdeen Angus beef steak burgers. There was going to be a whole explanation about why I bought these really nice ones. In fact, let me talk to you. I swear I never intend for these vlogs to be so chaotic. They just turn out that way because I am chaotic. It's like I can't help it. These are the burgers that I bought. These burgers were, hold please, £4.46 for two. And if you're thinking, why did I spend £4.46 on two burgers? I was trying to do a nice thing, and you know, my husband really likes he likes the burgers I invest in, frankly. He likes the ones that make me want to remortgage the house. So that's fine, it's burger night. Burger night by definition is a treat night. We have burger night, we don't buy a takeaway. So I'm fine to invest in the better burgers. But I paid for them twice. I've paid for them twice. That is £9 on burgers. £9 for two burgers because I've paid for them twice because the scanner, I must have thought it didn't scan them. Do you see that the burgers twice, I only have one pack of burgers. One pack of burgers I have. Anyway, let's move on. The only other meat that I got is ham for like sandwiches. I've put the meats in the fridge because, you know, needs must. Also, while we're talking about things that need to go away, let's do frozen. I literally got 2 frozen things. I got frozen peas and I got garlic bread. We've run out of frozen peas, we feed the ducks with them. I know someone's gonna get mad about the fact that we feed the ducks. We feed the ducks at a pond where it says you can feed the ducks like peas, oats, natural foods. So we feed them the foods that the sign says we can feed them. People get really upset about us feeding the ducks. I feel like it's a thing people do in Britain. Am I wrong? I don't know, let me know in the comments. I'm sorry if you're upset by me feeding ducks. It's not even me that's feeding them, it's my son. He's 2. He loves feeding the ducks, like he loves it. What else did I get? So I got some cheese, extra mature cheese. I thought about getting a bigger pack that would have been better value, but because of when we're going on holiday, I don't want to have like half a block of cheese. So I'm really trying to avoid waste with this shop. Bread-wise, I got some plain bagels. I got these Greek-style flatbreads for the like gyros, kebab, crumpets, and some big toasty bread, because the kids have been enjoying that for toast. I also got some Asda honey hoops, which are obviously their version of honey Cheerios. Then we can come to like snacks. I got some hula hoops for the kids. I got some Trek bars because they run a decent price. I got some of these Gray's Cherry Bakewell things. And I got some mini party rings as a little treat for the kids. I got some Dairy Lee Dunkers. I've been enjoying having these as like a snack at work. I'm honestly not sure if an adult's supposed to be that excited about having a Dairy Lee Dunker, but I am. Did I already say that we got porridge oats also for the ducks? And again, we're completely out. Demerara. I'm never sure how to say this one. Demerara. Sugar. We stopped buying like the white granulated sugar after we went to, I want to say like the Dominican Republic, and they told us about like the processing and how this stuff is better for you. So we buy this now. I am, as I said in the last one, very much missing the massive bags that we used to get at Costco. This is pricey. I got a bottle of Lagiosa Prosecco. I got the rosé one this time. And then that is it, except for one little clothing bargain that absolutely wasn't on my list. It was a bargain until I paid twice for burgers. I don't know if I'm sweating, but it's really hot. If you're in Britain right now, you know we're having a heat wave, and I'm sure it's like 30 degrees, and I'm sweating because we don't have aircon. So that's nice. We are really lucky though that our house is kind of weirdly below ground level, so downstairs is always cool, which is one of the best things about this house, honestly. It's got a lot of quirks and compromises, but that's a good one. So this is a little outfit I got for my son. He'll actually be able to wear this on holiday this year. These are aged 3 to 4, so these will be more next year. I think they'll be too big for him right now. And it said it was originally £12, then it was down to £8, then it was down to £4. £4 for the shirt and the shorts. I'm just not sure, because I didn't notice it before, I'm not sure if I've got that little pink stain on it from the raspberries, which kind of sucks. So I'm going to chuck that in the wash and see if I can get that out. But to be honest, for £4, I'm kind of thinking no one will notice. I mean, he's 2, it won't stay clean for long anyway. So I'm really happy with that little bargain. It would have just been better if I didn't then spend some of the money that I've saved on burgers that I didn't buy. I'm not included in the total of the shopping from today, but I did go to Asda to pick up a clothing order that I had made for my son for a holiday because frankly he just doesn't have enough clothes. And the main thing I wanted to get was these. I bought these last year from Asda. They're like the little legging type shorts, if you know what I mean. Cycling shorts, I guess we call them, but they're kind of like leggings, but they're shorts. They were reduced to £7, it says £10. There are like 5 in here. They're his current size, so he's not gonna get a lot of wear out of them. Obviously he's gonna get like the holiday in the summer, so we're talking like, I don't know, maybe a month. So for £7, it's like what, just under £1.50 a pair? So that was the main thing I wanted to order, and then I needed to order him some more t-shirts because we don't really have nursery clothes and home clothes. We don't have show home kids. I don't have show home kids. So I don't really have a distinction between the clothing they wear at nursery and destroy, and the clothing they wear at home and destroy. Needless to say, all the t-shirts that he does have got stains on them, and they're just not really for holidays. So I ordered him some more t-shirts. I feel like with t-shirts, you can get away with ordering the next size up. So I got him age 3 to 4. These were full price. They were £10 for a pack of 3. I'm a little bit nervous because this one says look at my back, and I didn't know there was anything on the back of them, so let's hope it's not awful. But I got these like little sort of camping style. The one in the middle is probably plain because they do that, don't they? just stick a plain t-shirt in there and make it look like you've got 3 pattern t-shirts. This one's got a little thing on it, and then this one's got like a print on the back. Oh, that's the only one with a print on the back. Phew. I got him those as well. So that's why I needed to go to Asda to pick those up. So we're going to quickly have a little look at the receipt. So the clothes that I got for my son was £4 down from £12. Nothing too exciting. I mean, I paid £1.89 for half a pack of mouldy raspberries. £4.46 for the burgers, which on its own was notable. But then I did it twice. I mean, look, I'm trying to work on my mindset, okay? Yes, it's really frustrating when you're budgeting, trying to save money, and you make a mistake like this, or a mistake is made for you, like when it's happened before in other shops, and it wasn't me holding the scanner. But they do say don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff, so I'm very fortunate that I can absorb this mistake. But I will reach out to Asda and see if there's anything they can do, because I feel like there's been a little catalogue of problems here that I'd love to give them a chance to solve, because we like Asda. We very much like Asda. So the cheese was $3.14 and I thought it was a bit expensive, and it is the one thing that I've bought that I didn't need to buy. Usually when I do these shops with you, when I'm putting stuff away, I should probably film that part, because I'm like, oh, I didn't need to buy that. Oh, I didn't need to buy that. Oh, we already got that. I didn't realise we already had that. This time there was one thing I didn't need to buy, and it was cheese. But as long as it stays wrapped in the packet and it doesn't get opened before we go away, it'll be fine. £5.18 for that cooked salmon. I mean, I love it. It's very expensive though. Eggs were $2.80, the sugar was $3.30. I think probably the Trek bars were $2.42. And the hula hoops weren't on offer, so they were $2.33. And as I'm going through this, I'm totally seeing, have you seen that Asda campaign about like, that's a random price? Well, I'm seeing the random prices now. £7.47 for the bottle of Prosecco. Total spend, £64.51. Now, I actually didn't get cash back for myself today. I use a new app that I'm testing out, and I'll talk to you about it in future, but essentially it's an app where you can get cash back, but that cash back gets donated to a charity of your choice. So I got 5% on Asda today, which was like £3.13 in cash back or something along those lines. But I could probably get roughly 5% cash back if I was doing it for myself, so I could have had £3.13 back in cash back, which again would have just made up for the burgers. What do you think about my shop? This is the first time I've ever been within a £100 limit, because even if I add together the 65, just under £65, and the £35 that Gusto would have cost us, it's £100. I can't believe I've actually done it. And it is because I didn't buy anything extra because I was being brutal on not wanting to have any food waste. And I checked what we had in before we went. Like, I was super on it today. I just was like only getting the things I need. I'm not saying that's where I'm always going around, because I do think as well with the food shop, it's nice to sort of say, oh, I spent £100 this week, I spent £100 this week, I spent £100 this week. If it works like that for you, then great, but for me it doesn't work like that, because some weeks I buy, you know, the more expensive bulk items like a tray of Diet Coke that'll last us most of the month. Not Diet Coke, Cherry Pepsi Max, always. Or like the big bag of sugar that I just bought, it's not going to last us only a week. So then those weeks are more expensive, and then other weeks like this one cost less. But this is still the first time I've managed to do it on this budget, so I'm going to take that win, and it would have been cheaper if not for my mistake. And I bought a bottle of Prosecco and some clothes that I didn't need to buy. I'm honestly questioning whether I've not bought food that we needed, but I'm pretty sure I have. I've just been a super savvy queen this week. What do you think of my shop? Would you be frustrated about paying for the world's most expensive burgers twice? Or do I just need to get over it? I do. I need to get over it, don't I? Let me know. Whatever you do, drop me a comment. Let me know that you enjoyed this video. You have no idea how much dropping a comment on a video like this can help a little channel like mine. I'm Lee from Mortgage Really. I talk about money and mum life on the internet. We do budget with me's, we go to Aldi a lot, we sort my life out. I think we're going to have a budget with me coming up. We'll also have some holiday content coming up, like what I spent on holiday. Let me know what you'd like to see from our holiday. What interests you? Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.